My name is Susie Messner from the Bloomfield Group. We choose to donate to the Cancer Council as it is a charity that ensures that the dollars that they receive make a tangible difference to people's everyday lives.
My name is Irene Eves, and volunteering means that I can creatively identify and implement the programs that are delivered. I'm passionate about making things better.
My name is Kathy Pinsent, and to me, volunteering means that I can keep the community at the centre of what Cancer Council does. I'm dedicated to working with Cancer Council to understand and meet our community's needs.
My name is Di Patterson, and volunteering means I can support a team that takes pride and responsibility in the delivery of high-quality service for the cancer patients. I'm dedicated to working with Cancer Council to deliver quality outcomes.
My name's Susie Messner and I work for the Bloomfield Group. We're a coal mining and engineering organisation in the Hunter Valley, and so we work with the Singleton office of the Cancer Council. We've been involved with the Singleton office for probably about 5 years since they opened in Singleton, and before that with the Cancer Council for a long time. Our involvement with the Singleton office includes the funding the office itself so that it has sustainability. Otherwise, it's hard for them to meet the expenses. As an organisation, we recognise that upfront expenses enable the other work to carry on more easily. So we've funded that throughout the time of the office, and we also have a lot of association with them with our workforce. They do educational work with our teams at work, so that the Beat Cancer at Work is a wonderful initiative. They also provide pamphlets so that if someone in the family's diagnosed with cancer, they've got some immediate tools to work with. CCNSW, for the organisation primarily, cancer has touched many members of the Bloomfield Group family and our employees and my own family as well. So it's a pretty obvious fit. You just want to make a difference. And the Cancer Council is an organisation that has outcomes that, as a corporation ourselves, we appreciate that the outcomes are genuine. We don't like to invest in an organisation where we're not going to see something of value in our communities for the money that we invest.
My name is Irene Eves, and I have been volunteering in the Erin Affair office on the Central Coast for 10 years. I'm enjoying volunteering for many reasons. One is I like to be useful, and of course the Cancer Council offers me the opportunity of not just be useful but also to join the fight against cancer, which is important to me because I've been touched in my life by it. In the first place, it was probably because my husband got diagnosed with kidney cancer, and after he passed away, I thought that would be a really good idea to try and do something particularly about all cancers. What keeps me volunteering is the fact that I really feel that I can see it working. I can see the funds being raised and the help being given to people in every part of the cancer journey. Well, I started making some headwear for cancer patients because on my volunteering days, some people would come into the Cancer Council looking for headwear, and I thought I would make some. And then right next door to the Cancer Council, Hobby Sew opened up, and there was an opportunity there where they offered space for sewing. So I organised a group of ladies, and that has grown to about 20 or so ladies who sew on a regular basis, and we produce hundreds, and over the years, about 10 years now, thousands of pieces of headwear that are distributed throughout the Central Coast and even to some of the hospitals in Sydney and Newcastle. It's something I'm very proud of because it has just been very rewarding and it has just worked.
So my name's Cathy Pinsent. I've been involved with the Cessnock Relay for Life for 10 years, or over 10 years, since it began in the town. Originally my involvement was purely as a team captain, and we had a massive team then. But over time though, I've felt the need to become involved more on the organising committee. So I've been doing that for probably 4 years. Oh, and then in the last 18 months, we've had our patient transport vehicle operating. The service was operating, and that was purchased. That came about because of with the money that we raised from the Cessnock Relay for Life. So I've been involved with that as a lead volunteer and as a driver. Well, through my own father, actually. He was in a nursing home. He required transport to treatment, and the only way we could get him there was for my sister or I to take time from work to get him there. If we couldn't get him there, there was a huge cost involved because of the distance. And, and I thought, well, it's good to be able to have something in place for the community, and they value it. Well, seeing the smiles on people's faces when they get in the car, that's one of the highlights, and them being so grateful and thankful, that they have a way of getting to treatment. That's not why you do it, though. You don't do it for the thanks, you just do it for the smile on their face, I think, because it's just one less burden for them. I like to remain involved with Relay because I love everything about it. And more so now, since I've started as a volunteer driver, I love seeing the happy faces of the clients or patients when they hop in the car, more so at the end of their treatment when, they're just so grateful for having been able to get there without any hassle. Okay. Through my involvement with the Cancer Council, I see a real need for the patient transport service in Cessnock, in the Cessnock local government area, because public transport isn't probably the best there. A lot of people have to rely on family or friends, and that sort of doesn't always work out in the end. So this service has just been fantastic for our people in our area. Working for the Cancer Council, the work I do makes me feel immensely proud. I don't do it though for accolades, I don't do it for anything else, it's a real feel-good moment.
Hi, my name is Diana Patterson. I volunteer for the Cancer Council at the Day Oncology Unit at Lake Macquarie Private Hospital, and I've been doing that for the last 3 years. I enjoy volunteering because I enjoy being with people, talking to people, and also being able to give them advice of all the services that the Cancer Council provide. Probably one of the reasons I wanted to volunteer for Cancer Council was because my brother had cancer and he passed away, and a couple of girlfriends have had cancer, and I just felt it was somewhere where a lot of people weren't aware of all the services that are available for them out there, and that was part of the reason. The things that keep me volunteering with the information service is I think it's a great service because I'm surprised at the number of people who aren't aware of all the services that are out there, and it's really good to be able to, and once again I enjoy being with people. I was happy to take on the role of the team leader because I was the original one at the Cancer Council Information Service at the hospital, and I thought I was there the longest, so I was more knowledgeable, I guess, at that point in time than the other girls, and I've enjoyed doing it, and I think they think I'm doing okay, so it must be all right. When you first become a volunteer, it is very, very daunting because you're unsure, you don't know a great deal, you've got your paperwork there, but we do buddy shifts, and I do buddy shifts with all the new girls, and I work with them, I do the asking the questions, then they join in, and then until they feel competent in doing a shift on their own. So I do the buddies with them, and that makes them feel at ease, because if they falter, I can then take over. The work I do contributes to the Cancer Council because I'm connecting people, patients, with all the services that the Cancer Council provide. You might see somebody just after their initial diagnosis, and they're all over the place, they're overwhelmed with everything, so you just give them a very basic idea of what's available, leave them a brochure. with a number, the Cancer Council number 131120, that they can call at any time, and then later on when they're settled down, you see them again, and they're much more inclined to be able to take on the information that you've got to give them. It works great. Sometimes you've seen patients quite a few times, you just follow up with them and make sure that they're okay. Have they used our services? Because we like to get feedback from the services that they've used so that we at Cancer Council know that our services are being utilised and what we are giving people is the right thing. So it all works really well, and that's the benefit I feel that I'm giving to the Cancer Council.